I think you're gonna like what we're gonna share. I know there's like a lot of thinking, like, what is this next Borderlands game? You know, it's gonna be like Battle Royale or something.
For years, everybody has been awaiting the announcement and reveal for the next Borderlands game. We've had a lot of looter shooters over the years, a lot of them really have disappointed. The most recent example would be BioWare's Anthem, so there's a lot of hype and anticipation for what I'd argue is one of the best looter shooters of all time, the Borderlands franchise. And the most recent installment in this franchise came all the way back in 2014 with Borderlands the pre-sequel, and then there was also the Telltale Tales from the Borderlands, but that was a little bit different, more story-centric. But anyway, for years there have been teases for Borderlands 3, like Easter eggs within Gearbox's 2016 game Battleborn, and then at the Games Developer Conference in 2017, where Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford showcased some of the technology that they would be using for the next Borderlands game. But finally, after all the speculation, rumors, and fake leaks, Borderlands 3 was revealed today at PAX East, although things quite frankly were a disaster, a nightmare, and not really Gearbox or Randy Pitchford's fault, although there were certainly some moments that were not needed, a little cringy like Randy's magic show. As soon as I saw him with cards and people on the stage, I knew exactly what was happening. Randy's very infamous for his magic, but we'll get to all of that in a second. This year has been very interesting already for Randy Pitchford and Gearbox, who is in a real messy lawsuit against former general counsel Wade Callender. Late last year, they sued him for exploiting Gearbox's generosity and trust for his own personal gain. Then I believe in December 2018, he countersued Gearbox, alleging a lot of things, such as Randy being a creep, and there was also some other claims like apparently Pitchford accepted a $12 million bonus from game publisher Take-Two Interactive to Randy's side entity, Pitchford Entertainment, Media, and Magic. And if you don't know, Randy's very serious about his magic. But apparently this $12 million bonus happened unbeknownst to Gearbox employees, thus placing a financial burden on those employees. There was also mention of him losing a USB drive which had company secrets and barely legal adult content on it, something he confirmed in a podcast in which he said, "This was before I learned I should probably have password protected memory sticks. Some kid, an employee of Medieval Times, discovered this memory stick, took it home, and discovered secrets of my company and future games in development, and also discovered the adult content. It was barely legal. This girl's handle was only 18. The USB drive was returned to Gearbox," Pitchford says, "in exchange for swag and video games." Genuinely, I find this story just insane, and the fact that this could have led to Borderlands 3 being leaked, it's just truly crazy and remarkable, honestly. Oh yeah, and also a Gearbox vice president, or former vice president, did state that Randy was indeed a con man and a liar, but wasn't sure about the creep allegation. So there's that. Anyway, that's been Randy's 2019 so far, and for the last few weeks, he's been mentioning lots of things with a 3, which brings us to this PAX East event. So the show really began and opened up with an emphasis on the love for this Borderlands franchise. Randy Pitchford was on stage with another developer who didn't speak until the end of the show, but Randy spent the first 10 to 15 minutes breaking down the teaser that came the other day. I think he was really proud of that teaser that they created, so he decided to do what many YouTubers have already done, and that is break it all down and show off all the cool hints in this teaser. But next he did move on to state how they love the fans and all the supporters of this franchise. He even brought up some cosplayers, and next he did confirm what a lot of people have been discussing and joking about, and that is that their new Borderlands game was not Battle Royale and would not be featuring it, something that everybody cheered.
It's gonna be like Battle Royale or something. Battle Royale games are fun. That's not what we're making.
And to be honest, I think people are just really growing tired of this Battle Royale genre. A lot of people jumping on this trend, a lot of developers, publishers, which is unfortunate. But honestly, even with Apex Legends, I love the game, but after a month, I'm kind of just like, I want to move on to something else. I know another developer, DICE just brought Battlefield, Battle Royale, and at this point, I'm just like, I'm very kind of over this genre. There really hasn't been a drastic spin on this genre, and I really don't know how it's going to continue to grow. But hey, Fortnite's still making billions of dollars, and Apex Legends is only growing. growing, so maybe that's just me. But really, I'd say the early part of this show overall was fine. You could tell that they were really trying to stretch things out to make this a 1-hour show, but after Randy got off the stage for a bit, another Gearbox employee came out and put a spotlight on some of the other Gearbox published games coming soon. Games that probably not everyone would have cared to see if they weren't ahead of the Borderlands 3 reveal trailer. Every company does it at big events, and it makes a lot of sense because the average consumer who may have not learned about said game before or after the event may become interested in said game because of it being ahead of a massive AAA reveal like Borderlands 3. Anyway, up to this point in the showcase, everything was fine, but then Randy had to show off his talents as a magician.
But I just realized something. I have cards, and I'm a magician. Should we do a trick with these? Okay, so you'll look at these and just kind of like, I want you to just, it doesn't actually matter what card you're going to pick. Count into my hands, 47 cards. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself.
Ready?
Go ahead. 1, 2, 3.
One eternity later.
43, 44, 45, 46, stop! Take that card, don't look at it, hold it against your chest. That is the 47th card. Give me the rest of these. Give me the rest of these. She has the 47th card, you guys. That card was sealed with the rest of these cards in plastic, in a box, sealed in plastic, wrapped as her birthday present. He signed a card. It's gone. You've got a card. You don't believe it, do you? Did you look? Did you look?
This segment went on for a good 10 minutes, and speaking as one of the 300,000 to 400,000 people watching at home, we were all ready for the big announcement and ready for this just to be over. No offense to Randy, but I don't think many of us cared about a Borderlands board game, and honestly, not too sure he cared all that much either. I think he just wanted a moment to shine on stage and show off his true passion, which is magic. 3,000 people in attendance, this is the moment Randy had been dreaming about, but the moment he probably wishes he could have back is just the rest of the show, because for whatever reason the PAX East staff had some major technical issues, which turned a somewhat average, maybe a little cringy event, which we're all used to from the gaming industry. Remember what happened at BlizzCon last year, or the E3 event in 2017.
Make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
So I am here to talk about Need for Speed Payback. If you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Payback,
Anyway, things turned into a disaster when the first Borderlands trailer was being revealed. This wasn't the Borderlands 3 one, but I believe a Borderlands 4K update announcement or something along those lines, but you could hear people in the background saying to use VLC, and I think that would have been a good decision. Windows Media Player, not that great of a choice.
So, you want to hear a story, huh? So, you want to hear a story, huh? Story, huh?
But I think a lot of people thought that this was real gameplay from like a Switch version at first, but no, just technical issues from a crappy program. But in the background you could hear Gearbox staff, including Randy Pitchford, freaking out because the big trailer was coming very soon, and while they could use developers to explain this specific trailer, doing it for something like Borderlands 3 was not going to be possible. And finally, when the Borderlands 3 trailer came, it functioned, but it was still very laggy.
There was some technical problem with that. It was jittery. They tell me they fixed it. Should we run it again? Let's run it again. We'll do it one more time. Please help me out, you guys. I love PAX, but come on. We should have brought our own equipment, right? Can we do it, you guys? No, they're amazing. It's just there's a lot to manage here, and it's 4K, and it's kind of new.
Honestly, I don't blame Randy Pitchford for his reaction. He clearly was pissed for good reason. This is a game that's been in development for, I believe, 5 years, and this reveal being destroyed because of these technical issues is unacceptable. But the actual trailer, it's more Borderlands, and this trailer didn't show too much. It was mainly a teaser. We did get a taste of some of the returning characters, the new villains, who both appear to be sirens, I think. Some story hints such as the people of Pandora being brainwashed by the children of the Vault. Claptrap is back, various new worlds for us to venture into, like a futuristic city. There's new vehicles and apparently a billion weapons, and one that has legs. It's craziness. It's amazing. It's Borderlands. But still, a lot is unknown, like some of the new gameplay features that will be implemented, actual concrete story and character details, as well as an actual release date, which could be this year or maybe early next year. I'm also very curious how Gearbox plans to monetize this game post-launch. I have fears that this will be just another games as a service, but it's too early to say for sure. There was also no mention of the platforms that this will be launching on. There's been a lot of worry whether or not this will be an Epic Game Store exclusive on PC, based on Randy Pitchford's comments in the past, so only time will tell, and it appears that new information is coming April 3rd in about a week, so we'll probably learn a lot more then. But that was the event, and I'm sure there's a good chance that Randy Pitchford wanted to end the event as soon as possible after that Borderlands 3 trailer concluded, to probably rip the PAX staff for allowing these technical issues to ensue. But nonetheless, the reaction to the actual trailer of Borderlands 3 has been universally positive, except for Polygon, who is known for garbage takes, but the internet is going after them for this article. Borderlands 3's trailer is a disappointment. Are you sure you haven't bought this game before? Which, if only they had the same energy for Call of Duty, FIFA, NBA 2K, and all the other franchises who does this on a yearly basis. But I don't get how you can say this trailer is just more of the same. It was a teaser, and there was some really cool things teased, like that futuristic city for one. But just because it looks familiar doesn't mean it's just the same. Anyway, in this actual article they state, a good sequel happens when a development team takes all the things that defined the previous game, whatever those things were, and finds ways to bring at least a few of them to the next level. There might be a jump in visual quality and introduction of new faces while existing characters go through some sort of change, and ideally, the mechanics themselves should evolve in some way. More isn't a good excuse for a sequel. The best sequels are defined by a more complex word, better, and I don't see anything in this Borderlands 3 trailer that makes me think it's going to be better than Borderlands 2, which, I mean, this was just a teaser, and even so, there was a lot of cool new things in my opinion shown, from story hints to weapons to enemies, and even the graphics look like they got a major current gen upgrade. But anyway, they continue complaining about the other Borderlands games and support over the years. I guess that's a bad thing in their opinion. It really just feels like a reach in trying to create a hit piece for clicks. Like, the part of the article that just makes me want to throw my monitor out the fucking window is, after this lackluster trailer, I'd welcome news about a battle royale mode, because what else is there? This looks like another expansion, not a proper sequel to a major franchise. Anyway, stupid article from a publication known for horrible takes, but in my opinion the trailer is everything I was hopeful for. It looked great. The event though, well, it didn't go very well. Anyway, what are your first thoughts and impressions of Borderlands 3? I personally think it couldn't have come at a more perfect time, and I'm just excited for one of the best looter shooter experiences to be back. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and make sure to follow my other social media accounts for updates on new videos. Links are always down in the description below. I'm most active on Twitter, giving opinions on news that I don't always get into video form, so make sure to follow me over there. Also check out my Discord for all sorts of discussion on games. And again, thank you for joining. Consider subscribing for more videos like this, and I'll see you later.